Okay, so a lot of you have been eagerly waiting for Epic Conquest X, since EC2 has already ended. In this video, I'll be telling you everything I know so far about the game, and my experience with it as an alpha tester. Also, I recommend watching the playlist I already made on ECX, link is in description. For those of you who haven't watched it, I'll be repeating a few things. Also do keep in mind that I cannot disclose about the entire game yet, since I'm an alpha tester, but I will tell the things that are already confirmed and that I knew before I was a tester. First of all, good news for everyone. You won't have to wait for too long and have so many delayed updates. In ECX, a new storytelling method has been changed a lot, and it is very effective and easy to produce the main content and in high number. It's a new cutscene system. The devs don't need to rely much on other members to make it, as it is much easier to make. Also, earlier EC2 and ECX were being worked on side by side by dividing the work for more than a year. That too was a factor in delayed updates. So you can expect faster updates for ECX, but it's not 100% guaranteed yet. However, do note that building a completely new game with new character models, better graphics, better gameplay, etc., is not an easy job at all. Now, talking about the game, let's begin with the basic gameplay. It's going to be a 3-character party system, where you can control one character. While that character is on field, the other 2 characters join in on the battle and fight too, however AI controls them. Also, for those of you who were very sad that there will be no pets in EC2, well, there are many pretty good chances of getting pets in ECX. It'll be a completely online game, with multiplayer. Its size would be 1 to 2 GB, and would increase with updates. If you're wondering whether or not it will run on your device, the developers are trying their best to optimize it for low-end devices, or what we call potato devices. And yes, the game will be completely voiced. As of now there's only Indonesian, but as the developers expand their reach and find more voice actors, English and Japanese would come too. Now let's talk about the mechanics. I've already told this in my previous video too, but if you haven't, then I'm repeating it here. You'll have a character dash and run button, along with double jump. As of now, there is no stamina system, but it could be implemented in the future. The characters will have a special burst animation when using the ultimate skills too, as seen in the trailer. The maps would be bigger, and you won't have to constantly keep passing through blue lines and get the loading screen when going from one place to another. You will also have a fully colored map, unlike the map in EC2 which was mostly just blue. Also, since your other team members won't be off-field anymore, they'll follow you around wherever you go. Can't say for sure yet, but that's clearly visible in the official trailer too. Now let's answer the most awaited question of all. Will it be a continuation of EC2, and if yes, what timeline will it be in? As you may have guessed, ECX is equivalent to EC10, as X stands for 10 in Roman numerals. This suggests a huge time difference between EC2 and ECX, and I'm sorry to say it's true. ECX will be 500 years after EC2, and our main characters such as Claris, Chase, etc. would most likely be dead. However, demons such as Els and Zerav would continue to live. This time gap has been confirmed by Boguna herself in one of her videos. So ECX is in the same timeline as EC2, but 500 years later. Now there could be a lot of speculations as to what happened in those 500 years, but personally what I think is that peace between the demon realm and human realm had been maintained only for 500 years, after which some incident or some other being triggered something. We can see such sort of evil presence in the official trailers too, which look kind of like the abyssal power in Genshin Impact. This could only mean one thing: either there's a higher power than the Overlord himself, or the Overlord has been overthrown from his throne. Zerav did mention that there were battles held in the demon realm to decide the Overlord, and this could likely be possible. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, this is one of the most exciting part. I'll be explaining everything about the multiplayer system. ECX will most likely feature a friends system where you can add friends. This is because there will be co-op mode, as in other games like Genshin or Honkai. This means that there will be no PvP. Boguna says she thinks it'll be too toxic and they don't want to implement it. Also, you might be able to share items with your friends, however this isn't confirmed and there's a low probability. So you can join your friends in co-op and battle bosses together, likely suggesting challenge modes such as domains in Genshin and other games. This also means a good news for new players, because Boguna also said that they would make the story mode bosses less challenging so as to complete it easily, but then later on when you challenge the bosses they will be tough, so you can invite your friends. Also keep in mind that you won't be able to do co-op in story mode. That's why the story mode bosses have been made easier, so you can progress easily. As for getting the characters, you probably won't be able to just buy them with rubies. Instead, there will most likely be a gacha system for characters and maybe even costumes. Okay, so now as an alpha tester, how has my experience been with ECX? We just got a little trial of the game, and boy oh boy it is amazing. I can't give any specific details about it since it's an NDA, but the graphics and character models are way better than EC2, and the battle mechanics too. The overall experience was quite amazing, and I'm very glad to be selected as one of the 100 alpha testers. Thank you Boguna. If you found this video helpful, please do like the video and share it with a friend, and maybe even subscribe if you wish to not miss any more such news about the game. ECX doesn't seem to be as simple as EC2, and you would need guides for it. Well, you know now where to go if you need guides. Thanks for watching.